What's going on, you guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning back into another video. Today's video might be one of the weirdest, most random, and truthfully could be one of the dumbest videos I've ever made in my life. We're taking a look at two jerseys that were both made very similarly. They're pretty much the exact same jersey, but I got some similarities and differences, and we're just going to take a look at both of them. So you can already tell by the jerseys behind me. If you guys did not see my jersey unboxing for my Chicago Blackhawks alternate jersey or Winter Classic jersey, I'll have a link in the top of the description. Go do so. I have both jerseys behind me. I have the Hawks Winter Classic, and then I have the jersey, and I'm going to go through and take a look at both differences. I took some up close photos of the differences and some really just good high quality photos for you guys to look at, because I think there's obviously some very clear differences, but there was a couple things just even with the striping alone and how the striping's made that make some of these a little bit different. Obviously the brand too, like they're both Adidas jerseys, but one is prime green and one is Aero Ready, so that might play a factor into some of these stripings that I'm going to show you guys later on in the video, because some of them they're just done a little bit differently, and that could be why, or it just could be just jersey preference and the way they decided to make the jersey when the design was made. But of course, if you guys are new to the channel, it would mean a lot if you guys subscribed and liked the video if you enjoyed. Like I said, this is going to be an extremely random video. This might have zero interest in you guys, and if that's the case, thanks for tuning in so far, and yeah, hopefully you stick around because this is going to be weird. Alright, let's start off with the most obvious picture, and that is the top of the jersey. We're talking the shoulders and the collar. So these are very different, but also somewhat similar. So let's point out the very obvious difference here. There's one less stripe on the Chicago Blackhawks jersey compared to the jersey. That's because the Chicago Blackhawks jersey actually has a patch on there, and the patch does not go over the stripe. The patch is next to it, so it having the two stripes allows room for the patch. I'm not saying that is their design choice, that they did the two stripes because there's going to be a shoulder patch, but that could be why. I'm not sure, because the jersey does not have one. Also, the way the stripe is on there, you can see on the jersey there's a bit of a gap between where the shoulder starts. You can see the perforated holes and the stripe. When on the Chicago Blackhawks jersey, it's just straight stripe, then jersey, then stripe. So that's a little bit of a different. It just goes, for the Hawks, it just goes right into that white stripe, and on the New Jersey Devils alternate there, it's a little bit of a gap. Also, we have the obvious collar. The Blackhawks have that Winter Classic collar, which this is a Winter Classic jersey, but also they kept that for their alternate jersey. And so you can see it's got that kind of just cool sweater kind of design, and then you got the stitching going down the torso, when the New Jersey Devils just have a straight black collar with some laces. Not a lot crazy going on here with the differences. Not a lot crazy going on here with similarities. These are just very different designs. So, I mean, that all makes sense. So next up is the sleeve. Now this is where you see majority of the similarities. A lot of the jerseys are different except for this part, but it's also still different. So you can see they're still going with the same kind of striping design, with a bolder white, then a thinner white, then the thinnest white. But there is slight differences. First of all, that bolder white stripe on the New Jersey Devils alternate is wider than the Blackhawks. Also, there's more of a gap. You can see under the white stripe, the big white stripe on the Chicago Blackhawks jersey, there's more of a gap between the top stripe and the second one than there is on the jersey. So, like, I feel like the jersey is very consistent between striping. That black gap between each stripe is the same, but on the Chicago Blackhawks jersey, it's different. It's wider and then it's thin. So I don't know what your preference is. I personally think the Chicago Blackhawks striping does look better having it wider than thinner than it does on the jersey, with it being the same thickness all the way. I actually do think I'd like that Chicago Blackhawks jersey quite a bit better with that striping. Next photo is the bottom of the jersey. This is where one of the other biggest differences are. The Chicago Blackhawks have that same striping in the sleeve at the bottom of the jersey, when the New Jersey Devils just have that thin white stripe. And I'm going to be honest, I like the New Jersey Devils bottom of the jersey better. I think the Chicago Blackhawks one, it's nice, but I think it's too busy. I like all the striping on the sleeve and then just that thin white stripe on the bottom of the jersey. I think that helps kind of complement how busy the jersey is, and even how busy it is up here, and it just allows it to be a little bit just simpler and just easier design to look at the bottom of the jersey. Now, the next one I want to show you is the striping here because it is different. So take a look. We got on the left is the Blackhawks, on the right is the New Jersey Devils. You can see most of the striping is fairly similar, but that middle stripe is different. So on the New Jersey Devils on the right, that white stripe is actually stitched to the jersey, when on the Chicago Blackhawks one, those black strips are what's stitched to the white. At least that's what it looks like, because in the middle stripe there, you can't actually see the stitching line, but you can see it on the black ones around it. And then vice versa on the New Jersey Devils, you can actually see the stitching in the white and not on the black. So those are the biggest differences I seen. Like I wrote down which one do I like better, and all in all, as a whole entire jersey, I like the Chicago Blackhawks. Like just as a whole jersey, logo, shoulders, everything, I like the Chicago Blackhawks. But when you look at striping and the torso striping and everything like that, if we're just going strictly off stripes, I do like the New Jersey Devils one a lot better, in my opinion. It's kind of a tough one. Like I like some aspects of one and some of the other, but these jerseys definitely, as much as they are very similar, are still very different in a lot of ways. Now, like I said, this video is completely random, but since I owned both jerseys, I thought it would be really fun to do something like this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this wasn't super boring for you and you found this a little bit interesting. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you're new to the channel, let me know if you subscribed. Like the video if you enjoyed. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.